The second movie I saw was Trainwreck. Now, I'm a huge fan of Judd Apatow, the man who directed this film. I don't know if everybody knows who Judd Apatow is, so I'll explain. Judd Apatow is a guy who's made the movies he's directed, wrote and directed are 4-Year-Old Virgin, Knocked Up, um, Funny People, and This Is 40. All pretty dang good movies. Only one I didn't like as much was This Is 40. And that was mainly because I just thought that movie went on way too long. Like that was the weakest movie up to this point. But at the same time, it didn't discourage me from liking or wanting to go see any more of his movies because I think he's a talented one of the most talented writers, directors, talented comedic writer and directors out there. I think actually today is the most talented writer director out there. And as far as like Amy Schumer goes, like I never really had an opinion on her because I never really seen much of her stuff. I've seen her on like roast and stuff like that. That's about it. She's been okay on those, but I've never seen much of her stuff. I always hear Inside Amy Schumer's good, but I just never have got around to watching it. Yeah, but from the trailers from this thing, it looked like it was gonna be really damn funny. It looked like Judd Apatow was making a really good comedy again after the not so good This Is 40, like I said. But my expectations are really high for this thing. This was the movie I was looking forward to more out of the two between Ant-Man and this, which is kind of surprising. But you know what? This movie is really, really good. It is really good. It is one of the best comedies of the year and one of the best films I've seen all year. This movie is really, really good. I'm not joking. I highly recommend this. Honestly, out of the two movies, I recommend this more than Ant-Man. While I liked Ant-Man, this was way better. Like this just blew that Ant-Man out of the fucking park. Amy Schumer. Like I said, this is my introduction really to her. If this is my introduction, then this girl's going places, man. She's really good in this movie, really, really good, and she's not. I mean that she's not just funny because she is. She's really funny. Like when she needs to be really funny, she's really funny. She also shows her acting chops in this thing too. Her acting in this movie is really good. Really, really good. Half the time, I kind of was like, I don't know if that is acting or her just being herself. What I mean by that is, like, you can see, like, I've heard that this was a personal. She wrote this thing. She actually did write this. You can tell this is a very personal movie for her, and it's not just the. She said this was her. I watched the interview where she said this was basically her sophomore year of college, which is kind of funny. But also, there's this angle that they don't show in the trailers too. The storyline it's in the trailers. They don't show in the trailers that Colin Quinn, who's her dad, who's her estranged dad, who at the beginning of the movie tells him the monogamy isn't real, stuff like that. And that whole spiel is hysterical. Like it's one of the many spiels throughout this movie. If you've seen the trailer, it goes on longer and it's really a lot funnier than it looks in the trailer. It is in the trailer. There's a spiel or this storyline where her dad's in a nursing played by Colin Quinn is in a nursing home for having MS. He can't live by himself anymore, and the reason why you could tell this, not a lot of people, some people might not. I didn't know about this until before I saw the movie. About a couple days before I saw the movie, that her dad in real life has MS, is in a nursing facility, so you could tell like some of the emotional scenes that she has with her dad and stuff was really solid acting. Like this was something that you can tell that was hit home for too close to home maybe for her. There's some really good scenes. And Colin Quinn is fucking amazing in this movie. Oh my god, he's like a great supporting character in this fucking thing. He's really good. he has some of the best lines in the movie. Some of the best lines in the movie are like the best parts of the movie are when they're in the nursing home, and some of the nursing, the one old guy that I don't know who his name is, but he that they keep cutting to is always has some funny lines about nursing home patients and stuff like that. Yeah, like I said, yeah, you can tell it kind of hits close to home for her. And I'm sure a lot of it was genuine emotion, especially in the middle. I don't want to spoil what happens in the middle of the movie. Because there's a really heartbreaking scene, heart-wrenching scene in the middle of the movie. You'll tear up. You don't have a fucking heart if you don't tear up at that scene, especially by her acting. Oh my god. Holy shit! I don't want to spoil it, but it was really good. The whole movie theater was laughing the whole time, but then when that scene hit, oh my god, there was just silence, dead silence. Everybody was just like everybody. I'm pretty certain everybody was teary eyed. I don't want to get into spoilers there. Bill Hader is great. I love Bill Hader. He's one of those guys that I've been a fan of for a while, since I first watched him in Superbad and then watched his stuff on SNL. I'm not a huge fan of SNL nowadays, but I've seen his stuff on SNL. I like it. He was one of the guys I actually did like, because he is really funny. I liked him when I first was introduced to him in Superbad. I've liked him ever since. And his chemistry with Amy Schumer is really good. They work off well one another. Really, really do. Really, really do. I give props to their chemistry a lot. They have a lot of good chemistry. Also, this movie has LeBron James, who, if you don't know by now, I'm from Ohio. I live an hour from Cleveland. So this, when LeBron James was on screen, half the audience was laughing with what he was saying, and he was really good in this movie. He was really good. He had a very small role, but very good role. He had some funny moments, but the only thing I would complain about is that most of his funny stuff I already saw in the trailer, but there is some good stuff here and there. But he's still really funny. I'm glad he's kind of venturing out into out of basketball. Maybe I don't know. I mean, this is just one movie. Who knows? I don't know if he'll have a fucking career, but that's pretty cool. So he was basically making fun of himself and stuff like that. I like that, making fun of Cleveland, making fun of Miami, everything else. It was awesome. But the one person that surprised the fuck out of me, how funny he was, I'm sure I'm not going to be the only one to say this, is John Cena. I'm a huge wrestling fan. I don't think I'll be able to look at John Cena the same again after watching this movie. I wrote that on my Facebook status. John Cena cracked me up. I had probably the biggest laughs out of anybody, the cameos. He's funny as shit. That scene with that sex scene, I remember him talking about the sex scene. I was watching an interview talking about the sex scene with Amy Schumer. There's a lot more than you see from the previews of that sex scene, and he's butt ass naked too. So if you're a female and love John Cena, you're gonna love this, because he's naked, pretty damn naked. I mean, they don't show his genitals or anything, but he'd show his ass, everything. It's like, oh Jesus, that's more of John Cena I ever need to see. Unless maybe they did CGI. I highly doubt it. It looked like it looked like it was really John Cena. I don't know. But again, it was more than I needed to see at John Cena. But the sex scene between him and Amy Schumer is fucking hysterical. Just one of the most awkward sex scenes I've ever seen in my entire life, and he's funny as hell. And in that scene where he's in the movie theater with Amy Schumer, and he's arguing with the guy who says, if you see the trailer, he has one of my favorite lines in the trailer where he says, quiet down, Mark Wahlberg. John Cena turns around. He says, I look like if Mark Wahlberg ate Mark Wahlberg. That was a great line. But it continues, and it's even funnier than in the trailers. He is really funny in that movie. Like I said, this movie is really well written, really, really, really funny comedy. It's a movie with comedies, you either just say they're funny or they're not, and I always say comedies are hard to review. Favorite bits in this movie, like I said, the sex scene between her and John Cena was great. The sex scene between her and the intern at her magazine is really fucking funny. That was a really great scene that has a really great stinger at the end of it. This movie has a lot of awkward sex scenes in it, and it's very funny. Also, that's the scene at the end at Madison Square Garden. I'm not gonna spoil it, but I gotta say bravo to Amy Schumer. That was amazing. I was starting to clap. I'm like, that was amazing. Like, you know what? She went out there, was unashamed of herself. Good for her, man. I'm not gonna spoil what happens at the end of Madison Square Garden, but it's funny as hell. Like I said, I gave her props. Her physical humor, and oh god, who was that critic that said? I remember it was a critic or somebody said that this movie wasn't believable because no guys would be fawning over Amy Schumer, basically saying because she was ugly. That's fucked up. You know what? I think she's a pretty looking girl. You know, I don't know what the fuck. Like, it's probably the same asshole was bitching about Melissa McCarthy being too fat. Yeah, so fuck that. Like, you know what? I can't stand fucking people nowadays. Like, even film critics. That's just fucking ridiculous. Yeah, she's really good in this movie. Really good in this movie. This movie is really, really funny. I saw it in a sold out. It had to be a sold out theater. I'm pretty damn certain. There was like maybe 2 seats left. I looked around. Like, there was only 2 seats by the time the movie started. Everybody was packed in together. And in like Ant-Man, there was only like 3 people in there. There literally was only like 3 people in there. That's pretty bad. That's not a good sign for Ant-Man. Although that was like 3:50 in the afternoon. I saw Trainwreck at like 7:50, so it was later at night. So maybe it got a bigger crowd over it as the day went on. I don't know. We'll see. Also, yeah, like, I'm actually surprised at my movie theater. Actually, they in between movies, I went to Target and lost my movie tickets. But they still let me in because, you know, they know me. I've been there for every week. You know, I give them business all the damn time, so they let me go. Hell, I could probably told them I was going to, you know, buy a ticket to anything, and I probably would have been able to get through. But I'm not that kind of person. I mean, I was like, I'll show you my bank statement on my phone if I had to. As far as previews go, I got a few new ones. Sisters, it's Amy. The trailer for Sisters. It's Amy Poehler and Tina Fey, and they are sisters, estranged sisters. They haven't seen each other in a long time. I think their parents either die or get divorced, and they're selling their house, and they're not giving it to Amy Poehler or Tina Fey, and so they like have a big giant party in the neighborhood and stuff like that. That looks really funny. I can buy I keep saying Amy Schumer, Amy Poehler and Tina Fey being sisters. That'd be really funny. I think that'd be like, they have great chemistry together. The only movie I remember seeing them work like opposite of each other is the last one was maybe Baby Mama, which is weird. Like, why they haven't done any more movies together? Because they're really good friends in real life. Then I got the trailer for Joy. This trailer is amazing. This might be one of my favorite trailers of 2015. It's from David O. Russell, a guy who I like as a director, hate as a fucking human being. He's a terrible human being. But he's a good, really talented director, makes some really good movies, so I kind of like in the middle with him. This is David O. Russell made Silver Linings Playbook and the American Hustle, stuff like that, and The Fighter, if you want to know who he is. It's starring Jennifer Lawrence, no surprise. Bradley Cooper, no surprise. Robert De Niro, no surprise. Like, all the cast from, like, his last few movies are in this fucking thing. I wouldn't be surprised if Christian Bale's in this, too. It might have been. I can't remember all of the cast. But it starts out, like, where Jennifer Lawrence is, like, a little girl, and she's being told by her mom that, you'll do great things and that you will, have a great family and have a great job and have a great husband, everything else, a great marriage. And then it starts playing, you can't always get what you want. And it, like, shows all these really miserable things happening to her. I'm like, alright, that is amazing, like, trailer, like, choice of music, trailer, and then, like, the end, I cracked up at the end where she says, she's shooting a shotgun and goes, by the way, my name is Joy. And it just hits Joy. Like, it's just, like, that trailer, it's one of those, that trailer is like American Hustle trailer. I have no idea what the fuck was going on in that trailer, but that trailer was amazing. Like, it was, like, he makes some really good trailers. If anything else, he can make a really good trailer for any of his movies. I love American Hustle too, by the way. And then, that looks, I'm definitely will be checking that one out. And then the last trailer I got, okay, before I get into the last trailer, the last trailer, new trailer I got, pops up, and at the beginning of it, it says, it's the green screen, it says, the following preview is rated R. The next trailer said, rated R for aberrant torture, violence, rape, every fucking thing, anything a movie could get rated R for, and I'm like, what the fuck is this movie? Like, I was like, whoa, what the hell am I about to watch? And it was the trailer for Green Inferno. And this is a movie that, for all intents and purposes, has signs that I'm going to hate this thing. 2 reasons. One, it's being directed by Eli Roth. Don't know who Eli Roth is? Even the trailer tells you. He's the director of such horror fucking classics as Hostel and Cabin Fever. If that doesn't tell you how bad of a director he is, I don't know what. Well, actually, I'll take this back. One thing I'll say about Eli Roth, he is a really good director, like horror director, but he is a horrible, horrible writer. He couldn't write if his fucking life depended on it, and couldn't write a likable character if his life depended on it. Oh my god, every movie he does like has the worst characters I've seen in horror films in memory. Like, Your Next, like, fuck, I almost thought Your Next was written by him. That's how unlikable those characters were. And then it's also basically a fucking remake of Cannibal Holocaust. And Cannibal Holocaust is one of the only two movies that I have ever seen that I never, ever, ever will watch again. If someone put a gun to my fucking head, I will refuse. I would rather them to shoot me in the fucking head than watch either one of the. It's Cannibal Holocaust and another movie I will not mention. If you know me, you know what the hell that other movie is. But really, we need a Cannibal Holocaust remake? Why? In this trailer, by the way, you wouldn't know what the fuck, if you're like me, you know what the Green Inferno is. But this trailer, it just shows, it's one of those annoying trailers that you see where it's just a blank screen, and you're just hearing sound of people being ripped apart and everything else like that, and you don't know what the hell's going on, and it's just showing quotes from critics like the scariest thing you'll ever see, the most generic, stupid, over the top praises you'll ever hear from any critics will ever hear. Like, it's annoying. I hate trailers that put reviews in their trailers. Uh, yeah, it was bad. It was like, and then like it just says Green Inferno, and like after all you hear is just, or all you see is reviews and just people, the sound of people being torn apart, and all it says Green Inferno, and you're like, for the unknown, people are gonna go, what the fuck is the Green Inferno? Why should I give a shit about a Green Inferno? I guess they're just selling it on the reviews. I don't know why they didn't just show scenes from the movie. I mean, there are scenes in there that probably are not, that you can put in a trailer. I don't know. Fuck it. I don't care. Anyways, that's my review for Trainwreck. Go see that and Ant-Man. They're both good movies. Fun movies. And I'll be back next week with, I don't know what I'm going to be seeing. Either Southpaw or Paper Towns. I'm leaning more towards Southpaw. But until then, I'll talk to you guys later.